In the depths of the tropical forests, where the foliage is dense and the rain whispers its secrets through the tree trunks, there is a place surrounded by frightening legends. A city, abandoned and forgotten, drowning in the shadow of its past. But the youth couldn't resist the enticing mystery that shrouded this place. Mark, Emily, and their friends, Jason and Katie, have always been fascinated by the stories of mysterious places. They heard tales of an abandoned city in the midst of the tropical forests where, according to legend, the souls of the deceased haunt the living. But for the teenagers, this was not an obstacle but a challenge. They decided to venture into this place to unravel its mysteries, but they could not foresee what awaited them. Under the veil of humid mist, they penetrated deeper into the dense forests, following the otherworldly call. Branches creaked, as if heralding something sinister, but the young explorers did not stop. Their determination was stronger than fear. After a long journey, they reached a steep cliff, from which they could see the abandoned city. Ruins stood like monuments to oblivion, engulfed by nature and time. But something was strange about this place. The air smelled of a deathly odor, and the silence was so profound that it seemed to have a living essence of its own. Passing through the ruins, they plunged into the city's darkness, as if stepping onto the land of the dead. Walls of weathered stone whispered their secrets, but only echoes responded to their steps. Everything around seemed engulfed in silence, and only the hearts of each of them beat in unison with the mysterious atmosphere. Venturing deeper into the city, they discovered houses covered in mold and oblivion. Ghosts of the past seemed to hover in every corner, as if dark shadows were trying to pull them into this absolute darkness. But the friends were determined and did not let fear take over. Finally, they reached the central square of the city, where stood the abandoned temple. Its walls were entwined with vines, and the entrance was shrouded in the cobwebs of time. But what caught their attention the most was the strange glow, the source of which was unclear. It pulsed as if the heartbeat of the old city. Moving forward, they entered the temple. The glow grew brighter, illuminating the altar at the end of the hall. On the altar lay an ancient artifact, an ancient scroll, as if inviting them to uncover its secrets. Mark approached the altar and took the scroll in his hands. At that moment, the air became tense, as if everyone present had something important and dangerous to face. He unfolded the scroll and began to read the ancient symbols written on it. The words seemed alien and mysterious, but as Mark pronounced them aloud, the earth began to tremble, and the air filled with something ominous. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness, shrouded in darkness and gloom. It was something completely different, something that defied description. A voice, hoarse and cold, echoed in their ears, as if from the depths of hell. "You have violated the sanctuary of my city," the figure said. "Now you will pay for your ignorance." The friends were petrified with fear, realizing that they had awakened something that should not have been awakened. Their determination vanished, and instead, only horror remained of what they had awakened. But it was already too late. The creature they summoned was not going to let them go. They tried to escape, but their paths were blocked. The walls of the temple, as if alive, closed behind them, depriving them of the possibility to leave this place. Now they were trapped with their worst nightmare. But even in this hopeless situation, the friends did not give up. They decided to fight to the end, even if it meant death. Their only hope was to find a way to return what they had awakened and close the door they accidentally opened. Hours turned into days, and days into weeks. They searched for answers in ancient scrolls and tangled paths of the abandoned city. Their bodies weakened, but their spirits did not leave them. They were determined to defeat the darkness that threatened to engulf them all. Finally, after numerous trials, they discovered the key to closing the gates of hell they had opened. The symbols on the old scroll turned out to be instructions on how to return the summoned creature back to the world of the dead. With the 3 remaining candles, they were able to seal the portal and free themselves from captivity. As they left the abandoned city, only memories of their dangerous adventure remained behind their shoulders. But now they knew that even the most forgotten places could hold the most terrible secrets. And although they returned home, a part of them would forever remain immersed in the darkness and mysteries of the abandoned city in the tropical forests.